वो शो ऑफ करते हैं, वो क्लास में जाते हैं अपनी वाह सुनने के लिए। वही हमारे लीडर्स कर रहे हैं, वही हमारे माँ बाप कर रहे हैं, दिखावा, माचो इमेज ऑफ। अब मैं मदर टेरेसा तो नहीं हूँ, ना बन सकती हूँ, ना बनना चाहती हूँ, मेरा ख्याल है हिम्मत भी नहीं, लेकिन लिविंग फॉर अदर्स गिव्स यू मीनिंग। मेरी तनख्वाह इतनी कम थी, लेकिन वो रिवॉर्ड उससे बहुत ज़्यादा मिलता था। वो बच्चे प्यार से सलाम करते हैं, ग्रीट करते हैं, रास्ता रुक देते हैं आपको गुजर। आई सॉ ऑल ऑफ दैट, whereas some of my colleagues didn't get that. And the only difference I think was my love for what I was doing, the role I was playing. Alhamdulillah, I have about 1,000 friends on Facebook. 700 of them are my students, old students, boys also, because in order to pay the fee at HSN and at Kinnaird for Sharmeen and so on, we needed money, more money than we had. A lavish lifestyle, we had cars and we would travel. So I used to work in the afternoons, not moonlighting, not during the morning. After college, I would go to PCBA. I taught there for 10 years. And many of my friends on Facebook are also boys from PCBA. They have grown now. I'm talking of span of 40 years. So they're at least 40 plus now.
So how was marriage for you? And how did that change your life for the...
But why do you ask awkward questions? How can marriage be? Marriage as an institution is very difficult. I was lucky. I was married to a man who understood my English. Shahid has been a friend. He was my friend before we got married. So when the marriage was breaking down, the friends patched it together. It was hard. Marriage has too many responsibilities. But yes, like you were saying, and I said it's your impression that you think I've had a wonderfully happy married life. Well, if I compare it to many around me, yes. But men, like I said, men are hard, friends are all right. What we forget and need to forgive is we are all products of our circumstances. I have understood that now. So while I was young and going through the pain and the challenges, I didn't realize this. I wish mothers would talk to their daughters more and tell them that it's not going to be rosy. My mother tried to, and I said, why are you crying? I'm happy. I'm happy. I have been. I'm happy again.
MashaAllah, that's wonderful.
Because Shahid and I, we can talk to each other. Not at each other, to each other.
That's beautiful.
And because English is my dominant language, my Urdu is not as fluent as my English. Having taught English and spent so many hours of the day speaking it, he understands my English.
अच्छा, अब मुझे बताएं कि ह्यूमर जैसे the way you look at life, you find some elements जिनको आप lightly ले सकते हैं, वो how does that make it easy to live life? If you take on a lighter note of you look at the lighter side of things, जैसे आप इतनी harsh, difficult truths बता दी, लेकिन बीच में
Actually, harsh नहीं है. It's all relative, comparative. And I was a mother and a working woman. And a working woman who was devoted to her work. I think I neglected my children somewhat. Because they are not happy human beings. They are positive, but they look at me, I feel sometimes they look at me and say, Mom, ये आपने क्या किया? They're both mentally healthy and physically also. I have two children. Sharmeen is our older daughter and Imran came after that. He was a banker until he decided to start his own auto salon, and he's struggling with it still. It's been many years. She was a mother, a graduate, when she decided to do her master's in environmental science. Now she's a consultant certified with Nestle in environment protection, and she does training for teachers, and she's entrepreneurial. She has started her own jewelry business. She works with stones, quartz and other stones for healing purposes. So your question, I'm distracted.
मैं तो humor पे थी. Humor, how looking at the lighter side of things, how does it make life easy or bearable or?
Actually, if you have the capacity to laugh at yourself, you need to have a sense of humor. You have to tell yourself, okay, it can only get better. Yes, I've had a wonderful life. Because you targeted marriage, was hard, it was challenging. I had a good husband, largely loyal and devoted. He's very protective, very possessive, which is a problem sometimes, but we are friends, and we had two healthy, normal children, and we lived well, we traveled a lot, we eat well, we have a wonderful house, thanks to partly to my mother who gave me this 1 canal plot, and we sold Shahid's father's house in Abbottabad to build this one. So parents very supportive.
Absolutely.